Welcome back to my channel. Hey everybody, how are you doing today? I am pumped because I'm bringing you another amazing astrologer. Look, you guys, I'm doing my best over here. I find them wandering around my universal backyard. I collect them in, I bring them in for some tea, help you with some real truths, some real, like the thing I love about Celeste is this is practical. Celeste is going to help you be practical. She's going to give you real world information that's going to help you plug in and make your life better. That's why I totally love having her on my channel. How are you doing today, Celeste? You doing all right?
I am doing great, Susan. I'm so happy to be here with you. I love our chats.
Me too. So if you're wondering, Celeste Brooks, like she does readings, she has a website. I'll put all her information down below, but she's also, and she wouldn't probably say this about herself, but I happen to know this probably by accident. She's an international level astrology instructor. Okay, you guys, did you hear all the words I just used in a sentence like a big girl? An international astrology instructor. Okay, so this woman really knows her business. And if you want a unique reading, I would suggest you go to her. I have had readings from her. She has helped me tremendously. Truly, she's on my speed dial for astrologers. So you can read all about her in the description. You can go to her website. You can find out everything you need to know, including an upcoming class she has. But I'll talk about that in a minute because today we need to talk a little bit more about these eclipses because these are game changers. I think we have eclipses every year. This is not something new, but I think where we are in our universe, where we are in our timeline, but also where some of these planets are truly new, and they really are game changers this time around. So Celeste, tell us what you have to tell us about let's start with the lunar eclipse, which is coming up on September 7th. Is that where you'd like to start?
Yeah, well, why don't I start with what are eclipses?
Why don't we do that?
Eclipses are intensified new moons and full moons. So every month we have a new moon, and every month we have a full moon. At the new moon, the sun and the sun is our conscious mind, and the moon is our subconscious mind. The sun is the leader, the moon is the people. The sun is the one, the moon is the many. Come together and whisper secrets in the dark about what is coming through and what is being seeded and what's being planted. And at the full moon, the sun and the moon are opposite, as far away as they can be. And there's this culmination energy where all is revealed. The moon is at its brightest light. Now, the sun emits the light, and the moon reflects the sun's light back. So this is the energetics, and between the new moon and the full moon, the energy is growing. And then from the full moon to the next new moon, the energy starts waning and dissipating. And eclipses are intensified. New moons, the solar eclipse, and lunar eclipses are intensified full moons. And there is a nature of them being karmic because they are activating the lunar nodes, which are these points. They're not physical bodies. And the north node is where, and we're with astrology, Western astrology, we're looking at it from Earth. We know that the Earth goes around the sun and the moon goes around the Earth, but from an Earth-centered perspective, the north node is where the sun's path around the Earth and the moon's path around the Earth intersect to the north, and the south node to the south. The north node is an amplifier. It pushes energy up, and right now it's in the sign of Pisces, and we're seeing this amplification of Pisces energy, confusion, spirituality, water issues. These are empathy overload a lot of people are experiencing, letting your mind like make up things when in the absence of the details, because the south node is in Virgo, which is this practical earth energy. It rules, and the south node is a drain, and there's like this lack of details. Remember when Donald Trump was out there presenting this list of the tariffs, and some of them were about the islands with penguins. Russia didn't have any. I mean, it was pandemonium with the lack of details and forethought that Virgo energy, which is precise and ordered and and organized, is supposed to bring in. There's a lack of that and an amplification of this confusion. And so solar eclipses are new moons that seed things, and lunar eclipses, things come to our conscious attention where all is revealed. We get full awareness about something. And it's on the 7th of September, we're having a lunar eclipse in Pisces. And we know part of the energy was going to be revealed about what is wrong with the president. Is he confused about, like, we know he has health problems, and Pisces has associations with illness and weakness. It's the last sign of the zodiac. It's like, yeah. So that's some of the basics about the two. So was that clear or?
Yes, yes. So around the 7th, we could have an illumination of secrets or an illumination of something. And when you were talking, I was getting this idea of compassion with Pisces, right? So also, since a lot of my viewers are not really all that into astrology, let's just also point out that every sign has, the highest vibration that you want to try to be at and the lowest, just like anybody. We have our good days and our bad days. So there's some things about Pisces that are on the low end and some that are on the high end, right? And some that are right in the middle. But compassion is certainly on the high end. And I feel like one of the things that might be revealed around the solar or the lunar eclipse, or maybe it begins in the lunar eclipse, is we're seeing things with new compassion. We're seeing these children that have been separated, and then we're going back to his first reign of terror and having renewed anger at the kids in cages. Like I don't, somehow we're connecting dots that we never connected before. Like they were just like a dot here and a dot there, but for some reason around that lunar eclipse, the dots connect and we make the connection and we see the connection and we have so much compassion. Then I think it turns to anger. It turns to blame. What do you think about that? Is that possible with what you're seeing?
Oh, absolutely. So what's happening this week is that Mercury, the planet of communication, is going into its home sign of Virgo, where it can do what it does with ease. And one of the first things it does, and Virgo gives us the details, it squares Uranus in Gemini. So what is happening is we're getting awakenings. Uranus awakens us. It's like the lightning bolt. It's the planet of sudden events, and sometimes Uranus like breaks things and then you can't see things a different way anymore. And it's in the sign of Gemini, which it went in on July 7th. So this is very new energy for us, and it's slowing down in order to go retrograde. And Gemini rules children. On the day Uranus went into Gemini, that was when Pam Bondi came out with her memo saying that nothing to see here with Jeffrey Epstein. He didn't have any list. He didn't commit suicide, da 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 da. And people weren't having it. And even some of the deepest MAGA were awakened to the fact that they're being lied to. We know that these young girls as children were being abused by rich and powerful people for their own amusement. And on September 3rd, some of the victims are supposed to be at Congress with Ro Khanna, who's a Democrat. And is it Tom Tillis?
Or Massey? Is it Tom Tillis?
Oh, Thomas Massey, excuse me,
Massey.
who's a Republican, so bipartisan, bringing these victims. And Virgo is the sign of the maiden, so it's very in line that this is karmically happening right now, because we're going to have a solar eclipse later. And what happens when you have the lunar eclipse before the solar eclipse is that something is revealed, something big comes to our conscious attention, and then 2 weeks later at the solar eclipse, there's a new start. And I wrote down accountability begins. So accountability about what? Could it be part of the accountability about what was done to these young women? Could be. Yeah. And the maidens.
Wow.
Mhm. There was a woman, Katie, someone who was on video talking about how she was a virgin. The Virgo is the virgin or the maiden
Oh,
when she interacted with the president for the first time. And
that's right.
yeah,
That's
it's
right.
on. You can Google it.
It's terrible.
It's
So
horrible.
it's horrible. So, but do you guys see what a good teacher she is? Did you see how she broke it down for you? Like, that's what I'm saying. I love people that can break it down for other people and make it understandable, right? So that is fascinating. So energetically, what I was picking up actually dovetails with the astrology for this week. Is there anything else that you see like around the eclipse or anything that we
Yes.
need to be aware of? You mentioned
Yes.
water. I want to also say you astrologers have been mentioning, especially Celeste. If you guys don't know, you can follow her on Instagram. She has podcast. You can follow her on Threads. So I know she's been saying, watch water, watch what flooding water. You've been saying that, and you guys have been 100% right. Besides that, is there anything else that, or even including that, is there anything else that you want to talk?
Yes. So we're in the eclipse portal now. So we're seeing things. And what's happening on Wednesday is Mars in Libra. Mars is the planet of action, drive, assertion, and Mars rules war, Mars attacks. And Libra is diplomatic stuff. And Libra rules relationships like partners, one-on-one partners, love, marriage, as well as, between countries, that diplomacy sort of stuff. And it's squaring Jupiter in Cancer. Jupiter rules long distance travel. I wrote, sometimes I get these hits the day before, and I wrote, Tower energy is in the air. And the tower is the tarot card of like sudden collapse and big
Which
problems.
is Uranian.
Very Uranian, and this person who's a high level person in the UN or was flying, and they think Russian equipment jammed the plane, and they had to use literal maps. You can go Google this, literal maps to land the plane. That happened today. So that is kind of that. And I said, watch for diplomatic conflicts. So that's like this Mars square Jupiter energy. And Mars transits come in early. So we're going to see this crescendo of conflict that comes to a peak on Wednesday and starts to fall away, but we're in eclipse season, so it's like it's still energetically magnified, this conflict energy. Yeah. And so there's going to be more things. And Cancer is a water sign. We've got this Pisces eclipse. So I think there's going to be some kind of battle on the seas. And someone told me there's a flotilla trying to get to
Yes.
Gaza with, I
Oh,
believe, aid supplies. So watch what
yes.
happens with that. The United States has sent Navy ships to Venezuela. People are mad about their sovereignty being challenged, and over like 4 million militia people are already in Venezuela to protect their country, and their president Maduro, who is being accused of being a drug trafficker. And Pisces lunar eclipses, or any lunar eclipse, is known for a time, because remember how I said the sun is the leader and the moon is the people, and they're far apart, are known for times where there's regime change, leaders fall, the CEOs are fired, this sort of thing. So we may be seeing more than one leader exiting stage left. So Maduro knows that he's got a target on his back, and he's trying to protect himself from being taken out, because Venezuela has some of the most oil reserves in the entire world.
Yes.
So that's a big story that we're seeing. And
That's a
so
huge story.
so this energy is it's like it's wild, it's crazy. So we have Mercury square Uranus. That's explosive. The word of the day on that day is proclamation. I think you wrote on Threads that you talked to someone, Blue Astrology, who said he may have speech problems from
Yes.
whatever happened to him last week,
Yes.
whether
I've
he had a
seen that
stroke.
myself too. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's in
That's
its,
Uranus and Gemini. Gemini rules
oh,
speech.
right.
And Uranus, it's is he going to be talking gibberish? I got that Eminem song in my
Yes.
head. It's
Yes.
moving your lips, but you're talking gibberish, and then da, 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 da. So are they going to wheel him out and he's saying something nobody
Yes. Blah, blah,
understands
blah,
back
blah,
and
blah.
says he's speaking in the tongues, talking, spreading the words right from the Holy Lord of God? Is that what the evangelicals are going to say?
Oh my God. They're going to say he's
If
speaking
that's
in
what
tongues.
happens. But we haven't heard a word out of his mouth on
No,
videotape
no.
since last week when he was talking to the Japan,
Right.
whatever, and he wasn't making a lot of sense back then.
No.
Now, this is a man who hasn't shut his mouth since he came out of the birthing canal. Why haven't we heard from him? And typing on True Social doesn't count, and showing us videos of what he said 6 months ago doesn't count. We
No.
want to see him on in real life in front of journalists talking. And when we're not going to let up until we see this because something's not right. Something wicked is going on in Denmark. Uh-oh, that makes me think about Greenland. And what are they going to do as a distraction to try to get our eyes off the fact
Yes,
that
that's right,
the
Celeste. That's
emperor has
exactly
no
right. They're
clothes?
planning some big thing, smoke screen. The guides keep saying
Folks,
smoke screen. Hey, are any of these planetary things that are going on, would they also encompass volcanoes?
yes, I've been very concerned about volcanic energy. And today there was just a big earthquake in Afghanistan, a 6 point something earthquake in Afghanistan. What happened today, we're talking on September 1st, Saturn, the planet, the Grim Reaper, it's also a planet of structures and boundaries, moved backwards. And when planets are retrograding, this isn't a planetary affliction from Aries into Pisces. And Pisces, it just gives themes of liquefaction. Pisces energy is diffuse. So like the land shaking and collapsing, a bunch of people have died. It's really bad.
Oh no.
And yeah, I'm getting the ring of fire with the Pacific,
Yeah.
because what's happening on Friday is Uranus is going retrograde. So what's happening this week is it's slowing down, it's moving forward, slowing down. And as a planet slows down, its energy intensifies. Uranus is the planet of earthquakes, and it's making a trine, a smooth, easy flowing trine that removes all restrictions to Pluto, the planet that rules volcanoes. So we've got the planet of earthquakes and the planet of volcanoes talking, and
Yes.
Pluto's in Aquarius, and it's intense energy. And Friday, it stations to go retrograde and then starts moving slowly backwards. So the end of the week, there we could definitely see something where potentially there's a let off of this pressure with a volcano. We've been seeing it in Hawaii, and Mount Etna's been going off in Iceland. It's like the earth is trying to right itself by releasing
Mm.
pressure, is what I feel energetically. And we
It's
may see
throwing up.
something.
It's throwing, it's literally, yeah, it's releasing the pressure. Here's why I don't understand how this, and also you guys you should know Celeste does tarot and she's a psychic medium. I'm telling y'all right now, okay? Like you see what's happening over there?
Medium.
Okay.
I call myself, I get psychic hits.
trust me, I've known her long enough. I'm like, hey, Celeste, what's happening? Anyway, here's the thing that I keep getting that I don't know how it's going to manifest. So they, like you said, when you said they need a distraction, like they need an obfuscation, they need a smoke screen. The guides keep telling me smoke screen, and I swear I almost see like the sky being full of smoke or full of
I've seen that.
ash
Yeah.
that could like slow plane travel. It could actually affect a lot of things. Like it could affect our crops. It could affect our satellites. It really could create a literal physical smoke screen. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to make a volcanic blow up. I'm just saying, I think this is part of
That's
the
the
Earth.
energy.
The Earth trying to help us all, like, maybe if there's a smoke screen, they can come out of it and see the truth. It's like it's energy of like clearing, like everything is clearing. So it's interesting that the astrology also supports that as well.
So back in, I forget what year it was like 2012-ish, maybe. There was a volcanic eruption in Iceland. And this was when I was working back in corporate, and the headquarters of my company was in the Netherlands. And plane travel between the US and Europe
Right.
was stopped
That's right.
for weeks
That's
because
right.
of the volcanic ash in the air.
The whole
It went
Atlantic. Like,
the
I mean,
whole
you couldn't
Atlantic.
you
That,
couldn't go all the way to Europe. I mean, it was like a big area, right? Yes, that's exactly what
that's
I'm seeing.
we could
Um,
see something like that happening again.
Yeah, it could happen. These are
Yeah.
all potentials. The planets are aligning, the energy is aligning, and they have a lot of things on their menu that they can choose. But these are some of the things.
And it might not be literal. It might be
That's true too.
just energetically. And like you said, the smoke screen that they try to do something to, I think, distract from the Epstein victim speaking. But something's coming where we see through with the Pisces lunar eclipse. We see through the fog. We see what's really there besides the pixie dust expires and it's no longer the lies. I'm wondering if people will have a class action lawsuit
Yes,
against Fox News for lying to them all these years and telling them this man, who frankly is an imbecile, is some kind of genius, some kind of business genius playing 4D chess. You know what his 4D chess has gotten us? Countries around the world are no longer sending any packages to the United States
I know.
because of these tariffs. What they did was they took away it's called the de minimis exemption. So where things under $800 didn't pay any tariffs. And de minimis means we do not worry about trifles. The law does not concern itself with trifle. Trifles
Mhm.
are very Virgo. Like Virgo pays attention to every single little detail. And with the South Node there's a drain of the energy. And okay, now we're gonna care about trifles. Well, guess what? We're not sending you all this stuff. And this is gonna put people out of
It
business.
is
Or
billions
you
of
can't.
dollars. It
This
represents
is
billions of dollars
this
in
is
our
with
pockets.
the man who bankrupted casinos, this brilliant genius,
Right.
stable genius, has
Stable.
done this. Kentucky bourbon, my understanding is 80% of it was purchased in Canada.
Yes.
Guess what's happening to all those companies in Kentucky that made bourbon? Other countries don't want bourbon, and even if they did, they're boycotting the bourbon
Yeah,
because
they're
of
boycotting all of
his
us.
mouth talking about 51st state and talking about you're my governor and all this mess. This is what's happening. And those people likely voted for him. And you know what they voted for? Their own demise.
Yes,
I
that's
have eruptions where I get so mad about what these people have done to us, and it's cold comfort that they're screwed, blued,
they're
and tattooed just like the rest of us are from
yes.
these decisions, which are causing like this crumbling in of the American economy. He keeps talking about all this money they're taking in. We pay the tariffs. The
No.
other countries don't pay the tariffs. The government is taking money from the people
Yes.
It's insanity.
It's insanity. It is insanity. And I do see class action lawsuits. My guides are telling me on everything. I mean, like on things you can't even imagine. So yes, Fox News would be one of those things. It's part of the people. It's part of the people coming together, representing each other and benefiting from the union of being together, right? So I do see lots of class action lawsuits, partly also because we can't seem to get justice, right? We can't seem to get lawful justice. So now we're going to go to the civil courts.
That's why Mars and Libra, people are angry, Mars, about the lack of justice. Libra is the scales, and they're imbalanced. He gets a plane. He gets people paying him crypto, which can't be traced, in order to give them and their company's favor. He gets Tim Apple coming to him, Tim Cook coming to him with this Apple. The engineers at Apple made this special little thing for him.
Unbelievable.
Blah, blah, blah,
it's just
blah, blah.
unbelievable. Kiss in the ring.
That, and your daughter can't have two dolls. She just has to have one. He told people they can't have two dolls. You can't even have groceries for some people,
right.
because of the decisions he has made.
It's true. Medicines, groceries.
Medicines. He's talking about putting tariffs on pharmaceutical drugs.
No,
what is that going to do to people? You can't take people who have high blood pressure, diabetes.
No.
Now they can't afford. People already can't afford their medications.
It's true. It's true. He's already changed Medicare so that people aren't getting their medications. So
we're just at the beginning. People aren't even feeling the pain yet. Some people are, but more and more and more people are going to feel the pain of these decisions after the next solar eclipse will bring that energy in.
Going to tee it up on the lunar and knock it out of the park on the solar. And the solar is September 21st?
The solar is September 21st. And this is such an interesting cycle. We had a regular new moon at 0 degrees of Virgo. Then we have this full moon in Pisces, which is a karmic lunar eclipse. And then we have a solar eclipse at 29 Virgo, which is very karmic. So I talk about 0, the first degree of the sign, the alpha. Something started right then. And what started was they zoomed in on his hand and we saw, it's getting even worse. And then the omega, 29 degrees, the last degree, there's 30 degrees in each sign, 0 to 29. And 29 is karmic. It's a degree of crisis and decay in the sign of Virgo, which rules health. It rules our routines. It's like Virgo energy. People don't pay attention till it's gone. And then it's like, oh my God, where is their puzzle pieces missing? And you can't get from A to B. People who are in supply chains around the country and around the world are probably medicating themselves with alcohol, drugs, and whatnot, because every day is a goddamn calamity, because they don't know what the cost of the tariff is here, there, blah, blah, blah. It's just chaos. And more people are going to be seeing this. And that's why people are crashing out with their minds are cracking, because of the stress and the pressure. And it's all coming to a head. General Bone Spurs has taken us to battle, and look at where we're going to end up.
But General Bone Spurs is not going to make it. I don't think. I think
General Bone Spurs might not be here next week.
No, he might not be here next week.
As we are going to face the consequences, he took care of everything to cause this calamity. By the time Mars opposed Pluto, it was the day of the Pope's funeral. That's when the end of it was. Like what he had set into motion, the dominoes may start falling really slowly, because Pluto in Aquarius, this change coming to the collective, it moves with the speed of a glacier, but has the impact of a tsunami. So it's moving slowly, and I wish I knew what astrologer said that. It's moving slowly, but massive changes are coming, and we're really going to see them February 20th, 2026 is a big time.
I'm telling you, my guys won't stop talking about February and April of next year.
Mm-hmm.
But winding back to this year again. So I do feel like what you said, this eclipse is like world leaders. You were talking about Maduro, but I would also talk about Putin, and I would also talk about Trump. I think,
What about Netanyahu?
well, I hope I'm wrong, but I feel like Netanyahu's got more longevity.
Okay.
I hope I'm wrong, but I feel like Putin and Trump are pretty much on their way out. Uh, I mean, I think Trump is going to go first. I think Putin, if he hasn't already gone, he's, you know, we have to remember that when dictators die, it's not announced, right? Like, think about all the dictators. It's not announced. It's hidden because they're worried about the power structure, the power vacuum. But anyway, I feel like that this is, I think maybe the first eclipse takes one out and the next eclipse takes the other out. I think they could go within 6 weeks of each other.
I wouldn't be
Netanyahu is going to
surprised.
be sidelined. I feel like his power is going to be sidelined because everything you're talking about, the guides are saying, speaking truth to power. And this unforgiving, it's almost like being forced, your eyelids are being forced open. You're made to see it. Like, you can't look away. You can't. You've been looking away. You've been making excuses. You've been, what about this? You can't anymore. It's not possible. You must see the actual truth, and then you must imbibe that
Blinded by the
Pisces
light.
compassion, be broken by it. You must sob. You must be broken by it. What have we done? This is what I feel about Gaza is what have we allowed to happen? What have we done? What we've allowed to happen in the United States? What have we allowed to happen with
And
racism,
funded.
with all of these attacks on immigrants? It's that awareness and that bringing on and then working through the stages of grief so that you can actually do something about it.
And Virgo energy is farmers, farmland, laborers. Virgo rules the rank and file, like civil servants, as well as the rank and
Soldiers,
file of military armies. Yeah, and think about how, and the South Node makes a big sucking sound, and think about how all these laborers were arrested on the farms. And then there was something these farmers thought, oh, we'll just get, I don't know who they
humans,
thought was going to go come to do their stuff. They were putting out ads for nurses or something, people to volunteer to pick blueberries all day for free. And then there were these ads about, hey, come work 7 days a week, 14 hours a day for $11 an hour picking vegetables and stuff. That's what these laborers have been doing. This is slave wages, 7 days a week. I mean, we knew that, immigrants come here to do this work because it's a better life than they have in their own countries. But being worked 7 days a week, I didn't realize it was that extreme. And then turning around and thinking this is the genius in the White House, thought, oh yeah, we're going to get other people to do that. That's
no,
why they're trying in red states to make children laborers again, taking away SNAP and food benefits so that they can make people so desperate. That's
yes,
the only way they can feed each of themselves. They're trying to turn people back into slaves. This is
yes,
what they're
true.
doing.
That's true.
And they're trying to make it so 14-year-olds can get married so that young girls, so it's no longer a crime what all these people have been doing to these young 14 and 15-year-old girls, that they can marry them off and make them breeding cows, just like in the Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But it's
This is
not going to
what,
work. I mean, you see it working?
no, people aren't going to put up with it. Americans are so individualistic,
Yes.
self-centered, and they're not, and it's like these generations, the Pluto and Aquarius or Sagittarius generation, they'll sit at home. They don't care.
They
They'll
don't
sit in
care.
their
What
parents'
generation is
basement
that? What
till
age
they're
is that?
40. Um, I have to look
Pluto
at,
in
it's like the
Sagittarius?
the 2030s.
The 2030s, yeah,
26.
they're like, we'll just not eat.
We'll just, yeah, we'll eat the air.
yeah, we'll eat the air. Yeah, it doesn't work. That's the wrong generation. They see that this is poisoned. They saw their parents and their grandparents get screwed over by these corporations. They have no love for corporations. They have no love for those businesses.
Oh, absolutely not. They're yeah. Luigi is a Pluto and Sagittarius
Right. There you go.
person.
There you go.
Hmm.
They've seen it. They're not going to fall for it.
Yeah.
It's so funny that there's generations, right? Like there's going to
Hmm.
be a certain number of people that were born during this and during that. And it really does color that generation. It flavors their kind of attitude in a sense.
Hmm. Yeah. And they're crusaders, and they're willing to burn it all down for their belief systems.
That's what I'm saying right there. Those are the people who are going to shape our politics. Those are the people who are going to change the Democratic Party. That's like the Mamdanis. No, we're not doing it like that. We're not doing no Como. We're not doing
Yeah.
this guy that is the oyster farmer up in Maine who's running against Collins or whoever it is up there in Maine.
Oh,
He's got good
if
energy.
they send that woman back to the Senate, she is ancient.
She's ancient. And this guy he's an oyster farmer. I mean, he's a veteran, but he doesn't have any kind of political experience. And I'm telling you, he's got energy. I feel like he could win this.
Oh,
Senate,
good.
the Senate, right? So and I don't know what he doesn't look, he might be in his, oh, he's 38, I think, or 30 something. He's just over the edge of the allowable age in the Senate. But so I think these people are showing up. They're the crusaders, as you said. They're showing up to change our world. They're going to bring their own new ideas and vibes.
Yeah, and especially the ones who have Pluto and Aquarius. I can't find it right now, but
That's okay.
they're in their 20s, maybe even 30s, maybe even younger. But them and Neptune and Aquarius, they don't give a F. They are about, Aquarius is about the group and about equality, equitability, equality. And Neptune, like they have belief systems, passion. It's almost even a religion, the social justice kind of warriors.
Wow.
The people who are camping out on college campuses about what was going on in Gaza. Yeah, they are going, yeah, that they think they're going to be planting and harvesting. They're not, it's not going to happen.
No, no, it's not going to
Yeah.
happen. And
Yeah,
that's backbreaking work. That
it's
is not
backbreaking
only just
work.
work, it's backbreaking. You're on your knees, you're stooped over, you're picking heavy things up. And it's I think it's paid by the piece. So you get paid by that bucket, that bushel, that whatever it is. Like, so if you're not productive, you don't make any money on top of all of that, right? So a lot of it is not even hourly, it's paid by, you show up and you give them whatever you picked. So yeah, that's going to be big changes. So what do we think about the solar eclipse? Do you want to talk anything more about, I mean, yeah, the solar eclipse.
Oh, okay. Before we move on to the solar eclipse,
Okay.
there's something that's important about the lunar eclipse.
Okay, let's
So
do it.
all of these aspects kind of work together, but the big thing about the lunar eclipse in Pisces is we have Uranus station retrograde first, and then the lunar eclipse. So there's some awakening, some big bang, something shocking. That's Uranus in Gemini. Could be part of it, could be what they say to Congress, the maidens, the Jeffrey Epstein victims. I don't know if you saw this weekend, and watch what happens to this guy. There was a CEO. CEOs are very important. They are Leo archetypes. And Pluto in Aquarius is opposing Leo. We are in the energy of the French Revolution, the Haitian Revolution, where the people rose up against the hoarders, that the special ones, the royalty who just held on to everything. So we saw that with the guy on the kiss cam. He was taken down to the ground with his
And are you talking about
arrogance.
The guy with the baseball cap? Are you talking about the
Yes,
guy?
that's what I'm getting ready to say. This grown man stole a baseball cap from a child. Uranus, shocking, and Gemini child. And he took it from this kid and then put it in his wife's bag. And then when called out on it, he said, well, I move faster than him and blah diddy blah diddy blah. A child. Let's see if he has a job. And he's a Polish CEO. Horrible person.
Horrible person.
And we're coming to a lunar eclipse. So that shocking action. Pisces, will he be South Node in Virgo? No job. Pisces looking at poverty because what company is going to hire this person to represent them? I mean, this is crazy what this man did.
And it was on
proud of
video,
it.
clearly on video.
On
That kid was
video.
like, he had it in his, the baseball guy took his hat off, gave it to the kid. The kid had the hat. The guy goes, whoosh, like faster than, like you couldn't even see how fast his hand moved. It was like, phew. And the kid was like, hey, he took my hat. The kid was telling everybody, hey, but the baseball player moved down, didn't know. It got back to the baseball player. The baseball player gave the kid a whole package of goodies. So the baseball player made it right. But as you said, this CEO showed his true colors and then had the audacity to say, no big deal. I'm fat. You're a grown man, sir. You know? Oh my God.
How these rich people think.
The MAGAs, all of it,
they
right?
just move faster than you. So screw you. That's how they think. And people are getting tired of it. And in comments, they're talking like, where's the, and I'm not making light of murder, but where's the Luigi bat signal? People were saying in comments.
Well, I think that's what's going to happen is these people are going to be called out in public. They're not going to, the guides are saying they're not going to know a moment's rest because the people, you're sitting at a restaurant, it might be a Michelin restaurant, somebody's going to come up and say something to you because we've been activated. Literally, we're each of us, we're all Luigi. We're not
I
saying
wouldn't want to
violent,
eat
but I'm
at
saying,
a restaurant ever again if I was him.
right. You're wherever you go, you're going to be called out. You know, you're going to be made fun of. You're just going to be cuckolded. It's going to be terrible, which is good because that's us doing the thing. That's us doing the right thing.
So there's full revelation of Pisces themes. Think about in your life, who have you become aware of or will you become aware of by the next couple of weeks, someone who is deceptive, like the guy who stole the hat, has an alcohol or drug problem. That's very Piscean.
This has already happened in my life, Celeste. God darn it. Let me take some notes.
Is unable to think clearly. Maybe they have dementia or something. Like people's parents, you go over to your parents' house, they say something and it doesn't make any sense. That's the Uranus and Gemini retrograde. It's pulled back the tape. You can see underneath, and then you've got this awareness. You see blinded by the light that your parent has dementia. Yeah, so these are the signs of things. Or like literally people will be experiencing floods. They'll be having like pipes break and things like that. If you have any water problems at home, take care of it right away because this energetic pulse could break something. Don't run your dishwasher or your washing machine if you're not home, because what if one of the tubes pops off and then there's water going everywhere and you come home to a flood? There's a lot of flooding energy right now. So watch and see how this happens over the next week. But we will be seeing in the collective, like something, I think it's on the seas. I think there's a big water thing. And like you said, the smoke. Pisces can also be, it's not just water, it can be gas. So there can be like gas leaks and explosions.
Really?
An explosion due to a gas leak. The explosion happens and you're like, how did this happen? You find out later with the Pisces lunar eclipse, it's gas. And it's ignited because Mars is active on fire.
Right. Wow. That's good practical advice, you guys, really and truly. So, and the thing is, if you do have this kind of situation where I think somebody is lying to me, or I think I am seeing the truth about my relationship. That's what I keep thinking, is we're seeing the truth. So take really
You
good
see
care
the
of
text
yourself.
message on their phone, Uranus and Gemini. Gemini rules communication devices like phones. From who the hell is Sally and why is she or showing her panties on your phone?
Damn it,
Boom,
Sally.
lunar eclipse, the deception revealed.
Okay. Before we go on, I have to say something. I haven't put this video. I'm still not, don't have my whole brain. But anyway, this morning I did a video. It'll be on sometime. This video will be on sometime. But anyway, the guide said that there could be, and this makes sense with Gemini and Uranus and all these things, right? That there could be a revealing from another country, maybe even Russia, that says, here are the Epstein files, or here are some of the things. And I saw it with countries that want to diminish us, that want to embarrass us, shame us. They will be public. They'll be like, we're giving you this, American people, we got your back. Then separately, I saw the at Italy, is it Merlone? What is her name?
Oh, Maloney, or
Maloney?
I know who you're talking about. The prime
Somebody in Italy.
minister
So
of Italy is a woman.
right, there are other countries that are also sharing the information, but they're doing it anonymously. So it actually comes from two different places, from the international world to us. And I feel like that dovetails what you're saying about Gemini, about seeing a text or seeing something that's like, whoa, oh my God, this is, and you know how you know it's true when
It could be
you're
the
like, oh my
PP
God.
tape. Could be.
Yeah,
Georgia Maloney, that's her name.
Maloney, right. I don't think she's going to do it publicly, or it could be an accident, like a hot mic.
Oh, you know what's happening with her? Adult sites are, I don't know if they're using AI, showing her in
No.
sexual stuff. That's what she's
Oh,
dealing with.
so she might need a distraction her own self. So she might let go of some stuff to pull the information away from her. Okay, I was wondering why they kept saying Maloney. That's so funny.
Yeah, that's what she's dealing with. Women being objectified. Yes. And, the BRICS countries, uh, China, India, Russia, didn't they all just meet this weekend? What did
I
they
think they
decide
did.
to
Yeah, they
do?
did meet this
They
weekend.
made this
Yes.
decision to do something, and I last week wrote on my threads, embarrassing, and you just said the word embarrassment.
Yes,
So,
they want to
uh,
embarrass us. They're going
yeah,
to embarrass us. I
yeah.
promise you. I mean, how much more embarrassed could we be? But anyway, we will be more. Wow, that is
And
fascinating.
this man is, and I think we're going to find out stuff about the election that
Yeah,
could be
I think
part
so
of the
too.
solar eclipse accountability, because there are people who said they voted and there's no record of their votes for
Yes,
Kamala. hmm
yes.
And
Oh,
there's that
yes.
place in New York where they had a bunch of votes for Hildebrand, the Democratic senator, and zero for Kamala.
No,
So,
no, that doesn't. And it's
and the
Gemini
courts
have to do with
can go
voting.
forward. Hmm?
Does Gemini have to do with voting? Is
Gemini rules ballots. Like, you can think about the paperwork of all
Yes,
kinds.
the guides just told me Gemini and voting, so that makes sense. Balance. So how could you connect Gemini? That what is Gemini doing? It's going through.
It's Uranus is in the sign of Gemini.
It's
So this is the
Uranus.
Great Awakener. It rules shocks. It rules and it's stationing to go retrograde. And what happened?
Retrograde. It's gonna go back.
It
Sorry.
pulls back the tape so we can see what's underneath. And that's what we're going to be seeing. So we'll be seeing deception and loss. And yeah.
Celeste, that is
hmm
it, girl. That mic drop moment, mic drop moment. It's retrograde. It's going to go back. I learned with Mercury, with my chart especially, that if I didn't get something done, like I gave up, like I'm like like I had a home project that I literally walked away from. I'm like, I'm never going to get that done. I had bad luck with contractors. One Mercury retrograde, I hired somebody and the whole thing was done in a week. And I was like, my God, what happened? So now I realize that when Mercury retrograde for me, I go back to those projects that I never could get done, whether it's computer or work or home, it doesn't matter. And more than likely, I'm going to get it done. You guys, we're rolling back the tape, as she's saying, for the election.
And Uranus rules elections.
Jesus
Uranus
Christ. Oh
rules
my God.
elections. Gemini rules ballots.
When? Give me the date. Give me the date.
It's September 5th. It goes retrograde from September 5th into next year.
Holy cow. That's
So
awesome.
be prepared. And that solar eclipse for 29 degrees Virgo, it's like you've got all the details, all the
You've
documents,
done all your work.
everything is all in your hands. And then the next day, the sun rules into Libra. Libra rules lawsuits. So you take all your stuff down to the courthouse and you file your lawsuit. Boom. That's what's the energy like. And then
Celeste, you just nailed it.
Mars is going into Scorpio, and there's all this stuff like it's almost like submarine energy, which is going for a specific target underneath the surface. We'll be seeing, and then when Mars comes up, and that's later in the year into Sagittarius, the truth will surface about some stuff. Yeah.
We don't have too
So
much later in the year. That's awesome. And I feel like
Mars takes
Biden,
2 months in a sign. So Mars is going into
October,
Sagittarius.
November, right?
Yeah.
I feel like Biden is doing things behind the
November
scenes.
4th.
November 4th.
A
I feel
year
like
from
Biden
the
is doing
election.
things. My guides told me, and I don't think I did a video on this, but anyway, it's like akin to having your arm behind your back. Like he's almost twisting arms.
That's
in
Uranus and
background.
Gemini. Gemini rules the hands up through the shoulders. All the signs rule things. Like Aries rules the head, Taurus the neck, Gemini the hands through the shoulders,
Wow.
Cancer the breast and the stomach, Leo the heart. The president is a Leo rising, and he's got likely that's what people are speculating congestive
Yes.
heart failure. And he's
Yes.
got Mars right on his ascendant, and then and the low back. Like each sign has a
Wow.
representation. And Uranus, what it does, the planet in the cosmos, it spins on its side and backwards from everything else. That's why the energy is so destabilized. It moves in a different way than everything else. It's unique. It does its own thing. It twists. So feeling like your arm twisted behind your back, you
Yes.
just said.
Yes. And
Uranus
Scorpio, Biden.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Biden's
telling you, he's that they told me, they said he's, oh, I don't know if it's, and energetically, and obviously he's not doing that, but he's putting the screws to them. He's like literally saying, your grandkids, why are you doing this to your grandkids? Why are you doing this to your name? He is on the phone, you guys. Biden is doing some serious
I think
work.
he did stuff at the end. I think he did stuff before he left.
Yes, he did.
He's a Scorpio, and his sun is in the 12th house. He did stuff behind the scenes that maybe we'll see when Mars goes into Scorpio, because that will bring the actions he's taken, the account plan, into, and like with NATO and stuff. Like I think he's like trying to protect the world
He
and
is.
us
He is.
from ourselves.
He is. And he's trying to show a mirror to people and saying, this is on your watch. You have power, whatever power, as a senator or as a rep or as a leader or whatever it is, you have power. It's up to you. He's shaming. He's literally shaming people. He feels like he has nothing left to lose. So
he does it.
Just when I go into his energy, he's like, I've got limited time on this earth. I need to get everything done that I need to get done. And he's going to, he doesn't care. He doesn't care about what people think or what the press says. He's literally a man on a mission.
Yeah, I think a lot's going on that we are not aware of. And also though, no one's coming to save us. We are having to save ourselves. So I'm wondering if, like I said, Virgo rules workers. And so what we're going to have is we're going to have this solar eclipse at 29 degrees of Virgo, opening up this 6 months chapter. And then February 17th, we're going to have a solar eclipse of 29 at 28 degrees of Aquarius, which rules groups and people. And the moon of the United States, which rules the people, is at 27 Aquarius. I wonder if we're going to have a general strike or something. Like people are going to be like, I'm done. Do you feel this at all, Susan?
For
Think
real,
about that.
yes.
Like people,
Yes.
I'm not going to work. I'm
Yes.
not doing this. Maybe even soldiers laying down their arms
Yes.
and saying, I'm not
Yes.
doing it.
You feel like that's in February of next year?
It could be any time between
Okay, I think it's
September and
even
next
before.
February.
I see doctors. They're already starting, but I see like for instance, the CDC, the people that step down. But I see doctors and nurses walking out of the hospitals. That I see pilots. I see soldiers. I see teachers. People that we need. Like we can't operate without
The Virgos, the rank and
yes,
file, the
rank and
people who
file.
do the
I mean,
actual work. Don't just sit up on the
not
mountaintop
CEOs, right?
pontificating.
Actual people who have an outcome for their work, right? Like, yes. So I do see that. I do see that, and I feel like it's going to come in waves. I don't know that it's going to be. It may culminate in a 1 day thing, but I think it's going to be waves that build on each other. Just like
Yeah.
I think the protests are building. Like we don't
Yeah, well,
hear
that's
that on the
Pisces.
news.
It's like this wave, energetic waves,
Yes.
and it's getting stronger and stronger. Like up, it's October. The air is such intense energy. It's got like tsunami, energetic tsunami energy in November, especially. Now, not that there's going to be a tsunami, but it's the energy of intense water, emotions, feelings coming to a like they're just bursting forth, which can be with the people crashing out, boop, putting your stuff down. I'm out of here. Take this job and shove it. I don't care. Yeah, that kind of energy is what we're in now. People are being pushed to their breaking points.
Yes.
And part of what we're experiencing with this bigger cycle of Pluto and Aquarius is we're seeing the corruption. It's right in our faces. They're playing right in our faces with this. And what are you going to do about it? Just take it, or are you going to band together in communities or groups and do something to stop it? Now, I do want to say something, Susan. So last year we had a lunar eclipse in Pisces at 25 degrees. And the day of the lunar eclipse was when the pager bombs went off in Lebanon. That was the day of the lunar eclipse last year. So we have another lunar eclipse in Pisces. I'm calling it severance packages. I see that as people losing their jobs, but there may be some kind of callback to what happened last year. Last year was also Hurricane Helene and then Hurricane Milton. So energetic, there's storm energy. Like I think is it in China somewhere there was flooding today? I mean, I can't keep up with all the weather events. So think about that on Sunday. I'm going to be out in Niagara Falls at this conference. I'm like, why did I agree to go to this
Is it an
conference?
astrology conference?
Yes.
Yes. Oh my God. That's like when I went to a conference once in San Antonio and the whole Riverwalk froze. And it was a meteorology conference and we were all standing together trying to figure out how we were going to get across all these roads. And I said, aren't y'all meteorologists?
This is what I'm like. Looking at that, I agreed to it last year, and I'm hoping it'll be just
It'll
fine.
be fine.
But
I think you're going to be fine.
Oh, good. Thank
Honestly,
you.
you're going to be fine. I mean, I see you getting wet, but I think it's like spray
I'm doing an excursion at the falls.
Yes, it's the right kind of water in the right place. The guide said it's not water out of its bounds, is what they said. Yeah.
Okay, good.
What are you teaching there?
I am talking about relating in the age of Aquarius. So I'm going to be giving a talk. It's called the Kepler symposium, and people can go online and join if they want. Yeah, but these are astrologers. Kepler College is an astrology school I'm on the faculty of. It's a highly renowned astrology school. And I'm one of the people who is going to be presenting there along with these amazing astrologers like Rick Levine, um, and others. There are a lot of them.
Wow,
Yeah,
congratulations. I told you guys,
thank you.
and you can see from this video how great, how amazing of a teacher she is. So I'm going to take a second and tell you about her moon class because she has a class coming up that you need to know about. And I'll have the information down below. If you can't see that she can teach you astrology by what she's talked about today, then maybe that's, you're just not really wanting to learn more about that. But when I was talking to her, here's the thing that I think about the moon, because I think I've said this on other videos. My chart is very moon oriented, and astrologers for all my years have said, do you do new manifestations? Do you do full moon? I'm like, no, I don't. I don't even pay attention to the moon. And they're like, why don't you pay attention to the moon? I'm like, I don't know. And so what it really came to me was, we're leaving money on the table. If you have access to easy to understand tools, if you have access to things that will make your life better, right? Why wouldn't you use those things? Why wouldn't you say, you know what? I'm going to learn a little bit about it just to be able to use it, right? And that's the moon, you guys. No matter if your chart is moon centric or not, you can't deny the moon's power over our lives. Look at the tides, right? It actually, look at women's cycles. I mean, you guys, it's actually plugged into our energy, and not using it is just not using something that's free, that you can know about, that you can actually plug into and get the benefit of. So her class is the proper care and feeding of your moon. So you're going to learn, what does the moon mean for you, because it means something different for me, right? And another thing that's interesting is I got this moonstone, and I wear this almost all the time. And I didn't know why. I'm like, I don't know why. And my astrologers are like, because you're ignoring the moon. Your guides were like, at least we can get her some moonstone. It's that important, right? So yeah, I'll leave the information in the description. It's $99. It is a
97.
97. My bad. It's a self-paced class. So you can start it today. Like, you can get this and dive into this and not pay attention to what's happening in politics, because in the end result, what really matters is what's happening to you. And then she's giving 2 live in-person Zoom classes so you can sign up today or even next week and learn, do at your own pace, right? Which I like doing, and then have the amazing ability to go and learn from her directly in a live class, all for $97. I think that's pretty amazing. Is there anything you want to add? Did I screw up anything? I just wanted
Oh,
to
you
tell
did
you guys
great,
in my
Susan.
own words about this class, because I feel like my viewers are not all astrologers. So
Well, this is the thing. I have been called by my guides to create this course. And what it is you're going to learn about your moon in your own chart. And it's intended for whether you're a novice or a seasoned astrologer, you can learn some things with this course. I even tell you how to find your moon sign. So, yeah, I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. And you'll get some videos that you can watch on your own, and you'll learn about your moon sign. The sign of your moon is important. If the moon speaks to our subconscious, what we need to feel safe and secure. It's our instincts. It's what's not, when you do something and you're like, well, why did I do that? That makes no sense. It's your moon sign. There's something. And so this class is trying to help you make your inner resources become conscious, because we're in a time of such chaos. We have to find peace within. That's the only thing we can do. And so this class is trying to help you understand yourself better, understand that the timing better. You'll find out about what house your moon is in, the aspects it's making. You'll learn things about it. And in the live sessions, I'll do chart demonstrations and you'll learn more through then. You'll also get a daily moon insights journal, which gives you the days and some things to look out for when the moon keeps moving through signs, like it's in a sign in your birth chart, but it keeps moving and moving. And so you'll move from Aries, the first sign, to Pisces. And the moon moves into Aries on the 7th. So you definitely want to sign up before then, and you can journal and da 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 da. So this is something to help you get out of the craziness of the energy, come inside, come to center. You'll have this resource to keep moving and keep learning throughout your life. And yeah, so it's really intended to help you live a more grounded life, help you understand yourself better, and you understand the people in your life better. You can look up your kids' moon signs. You can look up your spouses, your siblings, your parents, and you'll have aha moments. Oh, that's why they do that. Oh, that's why they do that. Oh, this is how we can have a better relationship. I need to understand that they have a water moon. Water signs are mute. They need to go to themselves, figure out what's going on internally before we have the conversation. Whereas I have a fire moon, I want to do it right now. But I understand this, so we're gonna come together and recognize each other's needs better. The moon has to do with our needs and our instincts. And then we're going to have a better relationship. We're going to understand our children better so we can help them with them understanding themselves better. So that's the intention for this class. And I do all this teaching and stuff for other people. And you, Susan, told me, Celeste, you have to have your own stuff people can just buy to help them. And so this is one of the things I've put together. And I hear your voice when I keep putting it off because I'm a board member for the Organization of Professional Astrology. That takes so much time. I teach for
Board
Kepler.
member of professional astrologers, you guys, is what she said. Her thing is she's going to Niagara Falls. She's gone across the world. She's a renowned astrology teacher. And the guides were like, girlfriend, that's great, but there's a whole lot of thousands of people who need your assistance. And it's a switch, right, to helping us, helping me, right? Like that's how I know all this, is because Celeste has helped me. I'm like, oh my God, right? This makes so much sense. So it's just a switch from helping professional astrologers to helping us. So she's kind of adding more menus, more items to her
Yeah,
menu.
more basic classes to help people use this incredible tool that we've had for thousands of years to help us understand the time we're in, the daily rhythms of life. That's what the moon rules, our internal worlds. Yeah, that's this course, and I'm going to keep making new courses. Yeah.
You're such a great teacher. I'm telling you,
Oh,
I
thank you.
learned so much from you in this video that didn't I didn't even know I was going to learn, right? And it's accessible. It's so the way I just love the way you teach. I love it. And
Thank you.
she's just an amazing soul. Look at her light. She's just a beautiful soul light. So thank you for helping my people.
I
Thank you.
was showing my picture. Oh, you probably can't see it. When I was like, I don't know how old I was. Can you
Oh,
even see that? Oh,
no, it's too bright.
maybe I'll send
Oh,
it to you. So
send it to me and I'll put it on the screen.
I was so cute.
Oh, you're so
My
cute.
grandmother, Elsie Smith, she used to call me her angel pie. I
Oh.
wonder if I'm feeling her around me or something because I keep thinking about her.
Yeah, Celeste is crazy psychic in a good way, and medium, and does tarot and does oracle. I mean, I'm telling you, she's a well-rounded mystic.
Thank you, Susan.
So welcome. Wow. So do you have anything else to tell us about anything, or are
Well,
we getting close to wrapping it up?
I called this, okay, let me tell you one more thing. This is about the whole eclipse season. It's part of a family that this brilliant astrologer, Bernadette Brady, delineated all of them. And the theme of this is worry about loved ones, health, paperwork, communication. So if you have any paperwork you need to take care of it, please don't put it off. like I'm trying to get my passport renewed. Like there are going to be people who like go to the airport to leave the country for a trip or something, and they find out, oh, you have to have 6 months on your passport. You don't. You only have 4. You can't get on this plane. So if there's any paperwork or things, think about the next 6 months and try to start doing it now. It would be I don't let communication just hang out there. If you think you need to clear something up with the Pisces lunar eclipse, ask for forgiveness. Like fess up. Don't wait for the person to figure it out because there's betrayal energy, backstab energy, and I keep getting et tu Brute. Yeah. Are they good?
I've been getting it for so long in
Yes.
regards to DJT.
Yes.
I don't say it with the accent, but I say it in my Texan accent. I have gotten that for a long time, betrayal. And you mentioned it earlier too. You talked about dementia, addictions, betrayal.
Mhm.
So yeah,
And
interesting.
I wrote last rites. Oh, let me tell you, Susan, one of the things I got is why are we talking about the Kennedy brothers? JFK, RFK. And Virgo is the sign of health. So RFK Jr. is really in the news. Now, one thing is he's taking away the ability to get COVID vaccines from some people.
Which is
But
Virgo
what
health.
else is he going to do? I
Yes.
have last rites for 29 Virgo, and I wrote rites down WRITES. And I didn't realize it till this, like yesterday. Prescription pads. Are they going to take away something from us? Could be Plan B. Could it be some kind of birth control? Let me look on here. Venus is in Virgo. The maiden has it's a
There you
sign of her
go.
fall. Like, yeah, is there something coming about fertility medications that we need to, people are going to be apoplectic about? Or maybe it's not that. He's talking about SSRIs. These are medications about anxiety and depression, I think. So pay attention to health news. And especially, I feel like prescriptions, maybe something may be going away, or maybe it's just people can't afford them. I'm not sure.
Or even the threat of it, right? Even
The
the
threat.
threat. But apoplectic is exactly how I feel about it. And there's going to
And
be something that's going to be the straw that broke the camel's back, like something that we're going to go, that's the thing, but it is the thing. And this could be it. It could be prescriptions, tariffs on prescriptions. It could be any kind of increase in cost. But I totally got what you were saying about Kennedy because of the Virgo, prescriptions, health, and he is restricting things. He's trying to.
yeah, and I wrote last year on my Threads Instagram, Camelot is dead. This was before he even joined the Trump administration, that the actions he's taking are going to disgrace his family's name. So maybe there'll be something, maybe they'll try to distract us with something about one of the Kennedy assassinations, like releasing a file, paperwork about one of those things this week to try to keep our mind off the fact, where's the president? We haven't seen him. Where's the proof of life? Let's hear him talk. Can he still articulate? Can he walk across the stage? Let's see. Yeah, so I think something's coming. And I call Kennedy the master of eugenics for this administration, the Fourth Reich. That's what I call it essentially.
Wow.
Mhm.
Wow.
I'm letting it
Well,
all hang out, Susan. Am I
with
gonna get
Miller, with Miller and Teal, those three are the three musketeers of eugenics. I mean, it truly is eugenic. That's what they want. And Musk, the guides just reminded me because he has all these test tube babies where he's dialed in the genetic markers that he wants for his kids, right?
And
They're a really
remember,
sick people.
Susan, when Neptune went retrograde, July 4th, right around then, deception revealed. Elon Musk Grok started talking about how Hitler was right, his
Grok,
AI
his
thing.
AI, you guys, if you don't know what
And
she's talking
then
about, his AI is named Grok, Groc. Go ahead.
the, and then they're using it in the Pentagon.
I know it.
And we're still sitting at our homes like acting like everything is okay. They may have plans to, who knows, to take billions of people off the. I mean, we have no idea what these people, but they're are thinking about behind the scenes. It's really concerning.
It's
They're using
diabolical.
that thing in the military, coming up talking about Hitler was right. He had the right idea of,
Yeah.
mass murder.
Look, let them talk because these eclipses are going to reveal it.
But we're
We're
not
going to
falling
come to
for
our
it.
senses.
Oh, there's good things too. I think the dance for the eclipse is, so do you know that Sydney Sweeney controversy where there was this actress who has very large breasts did a jeans commercial for American Eagle
I
where
was wondering what that was about. Okay.
she mimicked the Brooke Shields Calvin Klein ad from the 80s, where Brooke Shields was like sucking her thumb, being all she was like 14 years old, and she's written about it and talked about it now that she's an adult, Brooke Shields, about how she was used by the Hollywood machine in order to sexualize herself as a child and the trauma it's caused her. Well, Sydney Sweeney's an adult, but she did this ad, and it was like, my genes are better than, like, it was a eugenics kind of play on things, like, because
Oh,
I have blonde
genes,
hair. And
Genes and Jeane. Okay, okay,
and she's
okay,
like
okay.
like looking at the hood of a car and being all sexy. And it caused like this little a
It
few
did. I
people
heard about it, but I
a
didn't
little
understand the backstory.
yeah, and Fox News is acting like it's this big thing that people are upset about. Well, what happened was the Gap, the jeans, the clothing company, back in the 80s, they used to have, or 90s, they used to have these amazing ads where there would be these elaborate dance performers with commercials with people wearing their clothes. And sometimes they'd have like celebrities like Missy Elliott or Kanye West, I think, did one, or other people, maybe even Harry Connick Jr. I'm not sure. But they were like events where I would stop and watch the commercial, and I hate commercials. And sometimes I'd rewind and watch it again and again because it was so good. Well, they've come out with a new ad with this female group called, and they're an international group called Cat's Eye. And they have women from all over the different nationalities, and they're dancing in this dance video, this ad for Gap, wearing the Gap clothes, to the song Milkshake, which was a big hit in the 90s. And it's like, my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, it's better than yours. And it's like a response to the Sydney Sweeney thing, and it has this great
My
choreography, which people
God.
are learning all over the world and doing and dancing. And so, like, they tried to put up this like blonde eugenics stuff, and the response has gone viral with the multiculturalism and people all over. And we're seeing things all over that, white supremacy's last stand, the patriarchy's last stand, I
Stand.
don't think is going to be successful. We're going to go through hard times. This is really difficult. So many people are losing their jobs, the tariffs, this and that. But I think on the other side, I just have to have faith that we're going to be bringing in some kind of better world. We're in a time of Pluto and Aquarius where some of these people are going to be yanked off their thrones that have abused masses of people. The amount of wealth we've allowed people to concentrate amongst themselves, like
Yeah.
this small, tiny percentage.
Yes.
It's if we say no more, there is not going to be any more of that.
Right. That's right. Because we're the one buying their stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Look what's happened to Target.
Yes.
Okay. We're having like a Montgomery bus boycott on Target. And it's impact. They've lost $12 billion. I mean, they fired their CEO. That's one of the ones we're taking out. Yeah. And yeah, we turn and Cracker Barrel's having problems because they changed their logo. Who the hell wants to go to Cracker Barrel anyway? I don't know. I don't live in the South. Maybe it's a big deal for
It's big
people
in the
that,
South. It's big in the
yeah.
South. But I promise you, if I was still living in Texas, I would think twice. I wouldn't go anyway. But let's say there was a time. It's funny because I have an ex whose mother loved Cracker Barrel. So I was in Cracker Barrel like twice a month But I would be like, no, like these things do make a difference, right? I haven't shopped at Target.
I have not.
These
I
make
went
a
in once since
difference.
because I was out of town. That's the only reason I was in Target.
Under duress. You did it under
Under
duress,
duress.
right? But you're not doing it because you enjoyed it. And at one time, we all enjoyed it, and now
I
we're
love
not.
Target. I used to shop there all the time.
Right.
I've
So you
really been
gave up
annoyed
something
that I
you
have to
really
boycott
enjoyed.
it.
That's a sacrifice. You're making
It's
a
a
sacrifice.
sacrifice.
So
Virgo.
they're playing with the wrong people.
South
You're
Node
at
Virgo.
the thing you just said about the genes proves it, right? My genes are better than yours, meaning my genes, my blonde hair, my white skin, my jeans I'm wearing. And then who was it, Gap, that said,
Gap.
let's bring the world together and show how it's really better this way, right?
Yes.
And you know what? They're showing me Newsom, Governor Newsom, your governor is trolling Trump like I've never seen before. They, for
He's
some
a
reason,
Virgo
Trump put on,
rising.
he's a Virgo rising. Trump put on True Social yesterday. Good night, and Newsom wrote back, "Good night, Grandpa."
And I wrote, whoever is running this account for Trump needs to be fired because Trump does not go to bed early. We are
No,
putting a critical eye, Virgo, with Virgo season, the sun is spotlighting his routines and the things he does. He likes to golf. I think it was a body double who went golfing this weekend. I could be wrong. Maybe he's just all swollen from his edema, but I don't think he wrote good night, I'm going to bed early,
no,
unless he's sick or
no.
somebody's pretending to be him, a
Yes,
social media person, and they need to be fired because they should stay up till 4 o'clock in the morning, just like he does, writing nonsense if
yes.
they're trying to make us think everything's fine and there's nothing to see here. But it's not. We're seeing his routines and rituals change because he's having potentially health concerns. I mean, we know he's having health concerns. He
We know
wouldn't
he
keep
is.
his
We know
mouth
he is.
shut. Trump is dead was trending on Friday when the moon was in Scorpio, squaring his Mars, meaning maybe he had some kind of Mars on his ascendant. The ascendant is our vitality. He may have had some kind of heart
He
issue,
might have had a heart
his
attack
or a stroke.
or a
Yeah,
stroke
or both.
or both.
We don't know, but they're
We
going
don't
to have
know.
to put him out in front of us eventually. And I
Or
wonder if something's going to happen which would demand the president to speak. And what is he going to look like? What is he going to sound like? Or are we going to be told that the chariot swung low? We'll find out.
we're gonna find out. I think we're gonna find out in September personally.
Yeah.
We're gonna have that knowledge again, of he's speaking gibberish or and I could see Vance wheeling him out to the public for him to do that. So then Vance could have cover to say we're gonna have to the 25th because you'd almost need to do that for his base to see it. We've been talking this whole conversation about seeing your eyes open. You can't deny. You just can't deny anymore. So I could see that happening, that they just wheel him out and I just see him speaking gibberish, like blah, blah, like you said in the beginning, speaking tongue. What is that?
Speaking in tongues.
Speaking in tongues.
Straight from God. That's where it's coming. And
Yes.
Susan, I'm just laying it all on the line. I almost, and see, now I'm trying to be better because this is I have Mars in Gemini. So when I get mad, it comes out in words because Gemini communicates and connects. And I'm so mad about what this man has done to this country. And he's not alone. I mean, there's a lot of things. I mean, the DNC has done terrible things too. I mean, whatever. It's like things. But I got so bad. And I was like, because he's been talking about how he wants to go to heaven and he's been
Yes.
pontificating,
Yes.
they've been wondering if he can get there. And I was thinking, I didn't write it. I kept it to my notebook about how Saturn is going into Pisces today through February. And if he dies into this time, because Saturn's going into his eighth house of death. And Saturn is an archetype of the devil. Saturn is the Grim Reaper. And if he dies, Pisces has like the heaven or kind of thing. But if he
Oh,
dies
so it makes
within his
sense.
time, heaven is not where Saturn takes you.
That would be like him to get into a car and be like, "Hey, we're going to heaven," and they're like, "Sure, sir," and drive him straight to hell. Ah, that's hilarious. You know
What
what's
he has
funny?
done to people. What he has done to people is from the women he's abused, the people he's humiliated, the workers he has not paid who did work
Yes,
for him, the
yes,
country, the hatred he's stoked, the people he's mocked, the deaths on his the children in cages, the people snatched off the streets, all of it, the money he's pocketed from that should have gone to other people, the children's charities he's stolen
children's
from,
charities.
that
Yes, yes,
school, the Trump University that he
yes,
defrauded people with, the all of it.
yes. Well, I think it's funny because when you said that Saturn, I felt it in my heart. So I think he has something in his heart. Like I got a punch in my heart, and that's sometimes how I get information is in my own body. So yeah, I think you're 100% right about everything, honestly. And it's been so fun to talk to you. And I tell
And
you what,
I let it
Celeste,
all hang out, Susan.
you
Mercury's at
did. I
29
love it.
Leo. I couldn't keep the things I wanted to say inside. Ah,
I enjoyed it myself, and I
maybe
think
tomorrow I'll
everybody
be like,
else.
oh, I shouldn't have said that. When Mercury goes into Virgo, I'll be playing it in my head. But I just got
No,
to be me.
no, be you. No, I think we need this. We need someone to share our own anger and our own just what in the heck, right? Like we need that validation. We need to be validated. You validated us, but then you said this is why it's happening. And now we have more information about why it's happening. And I think you broke had breaking news with the election with the whole thing going retrograde. I think you nailed it. I think you 100%, like I would put money on it. You've nailed that we're going to go back and look at the election and we're going to go back and make it better. And I think that that is going to be treason. And I think with treason, we can take them all down. We can literally take down this entire administration. So I think that this has been an incredible conversation, that you've uncovered some important truths, but you've also given us some really important tools to use in our own lives.
Thank you, Susan. Thank you so much for having me. I love talking to you. I absolutely love it. You can find me at astrologybyceleste.com. You can take my Proper Care and Feeding of Your Moon course if you are called to do so. The Celestial Insights podcast drops every Sunday and tells you about the energies of the week. You can find it Apple, Spotify, all the things. There's always a theme that shows up, three big things to look for, and words of the day every day, and guidance. And this week's theme is the Executioner Song. And I think it's YMCA is the song, and what he has done to businesses across the country and the world, and our reputation is we're really going to be seeing it. I wonder if Brooks is going to make some move. We find out Wednesday or Thursday or Friday that leaves us with our eyes wide open and our mouths hanging and our hair blown back about what they're doing, whether it's bonds or paperwork or something that we're not expecting. Surprise. And you got to look at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue for the person who caused it. Yes, we can. And if you
Love
went
it.
in that voting booth and voted for him, look in the mirror. That's what I have to say.
Bringing it.
I'm pissed.
She's bringing it. I love it. We need that. We need that kind of fire in the belly. We got a pissed off astrologer, y'all. Look out. The mild mannered astrologer is mad. So you know what?
Yes, the meek shall inherit the earth.
The meek shall inherit the
I
earth.
don't know
I'm
if I've
telling
ever
you,
been
she's on
described
fire.
as meek, but yeah. Mhm.
I
And
hope you
money
guys
is the
check her
root of
out.
all evil. Love how they like to spout some Bible verses about this, that, and the other thing. It's easier for it's easier for a camel to crawl through the eye of a needle than a rich man to get to heaven. Yes, it is.
Nice. I love it. Thank you so much, Celeste. I hope you guys enjoyed our collaboration today. I have a feeling that you might especially if you're still watching, you're fired up too. Take really, really good care of yourself, okay? Check out her threads, her Instagram, her
Oh, my
podcast,
YouTube channel.
her website, and her YouTube channel, which is also Astrology by Celeste.
Yes.
Yeah, she's busy. Check her out. She's going to help you. She's going to help you get through this time. She's helped me tremendously. Thank you again so much, Celeste. I really appreciate you joining me today.
Thank you for having me, Susan. I love you. I love your channel and your community. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Same to you, girlfriend. For entertainment purposes only.